Is knowledge good or evil? Genesis chapter 3 verse 5. For God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. There are a lot of gifted people around the world that has an undescribable IQ. One person that I know that is so intelligent is Albert Einstein. He has a lot of accomplishments in the field of physics and philosophy. He is well known from his theory, which is the theory of relativity. But sadly, we are not going to tackle Einstein's life and proven studies, but we will try to dig in the subject: is knowledge good or evil? The Bible is telling us that God forbids Adam and Eve to eat or even to touch the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Genesis chapter 3 verse 3. So the question is, why is this tree prohibited by God? Is God doesn't want us to have knowledge, to know what's good and bad? Is He planning to make us unconscious in order for us not to know what is good and what is evil? If you read Luke chapter 2 verse 52, Jesus increases in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and man. Meaning, knowledge itself is not wrong. It is vital to know the context of God's statement. God had already told Adam not to eat from this tree. Adam was already aware that doing so was wrong, and he knew the consequences, yet he chose to join Eve in eating the fruit. When they ate, they were not simply aware of evil. They experienced evil to the extent that they became evil, a sinners by nature. Man knew what was good. He was created in goodness and was surrounded by it. Genesis chapter 1 verse 31. He had been given everything God wanted him to have, including authority over all the rest of God's creation. Adam had everything he needed for a fulfilling life. He did not need to know evil, especially when the only way for him to know it was to experience it. It should have been enough that God had warned Adam against disobedience. God did not want Adam and Eve to know evil in the sense of participating in it. The sin of Adam and Eve was not in attaining knowledge, but in rejecting God's will in favor of their own. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 21 says, "Since death came through a man, the resurrection of the dead comes also through a man." Adam and Eve experienced death, not because of knowing what is good and evil, but because of sin. Jesus paid that sin in the cross in order for us to restore our knowledge of good and put to death what is evil. Amen.